Hey everyone, it's Holly and I'm here with another Top 5 Wednesday video, and Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group created by Ginger Reads Laney. I will leave a link to the Goodreads group down in the description below in case you want to check it out. And this week's topic is Top 5 Series Endings, and I'm going to talk about 4 books and 1 TV show. I didn't do the worst series endings video, but I saw some people talked about TV shows and that, so I figured it'd be okay to do it here. So let's get started. So first, I actually have like a lot of the first books in these series just because they were easier to get to. And I'm lazy, so whatever. So the first one is actually the end of the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu, which is Champion. I know some people didn't like the way Champion ended, but I thought it was a very good, honest ending. Like, very realistic. I thought this whole series was a really well done dystopian, and I thought Champion was a good representation of that, and I liked what it did with the ending. It's really hard to talk about this, I guess, without spoiling things. But next is actually the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's the last book, Opposition. Do I think it's the best book in the series? No. But I thought it wrapped up the series really well. I was really satisfied with where the characters went, and like, in a lot of ways when I'm looking at these, I'm not just looking at like the endings, and maybe that's not like honest to the topic, but I'm looking at like how the characters were taken throughout the series and to their conclusion. And I just think that this is a very good example of that, and it totally lived up to all of my like joys from the previous books, which I think is a big deal. Sweet Reckoning, which is the last book in the Sweet series by Wendy Higgins. This is the first one, Sweet Evil. There is another book coming out in this series later this year, but I'm fairly certain it is just like a companion novel where it's a lot of the same story but told from a different POV, so whatever, it's over. I thought Sweet Reckoning was amazing. I thought, again, it lived up to the other books, and to me, I think in a lot of ways, like, it comes down to the epilogues. Like, if you throw an epilogue in your book, it better be good. And the epilogue in this series was adorable, and I loved it. Side note, it's not in here because I don't think it's the best ending ever, but I do enjoy it. I actually really like the epilogue in Mockingjay. I think it's very short, but perfect. And I don't know. I think that epilogue is very good. It's good, especially compared to Harry Potter, which is horrible. So the next one is kind of a weird one, and that's going to be City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. So technically this is not the end of the Mortal Instruments, and I have read the other 3 books, and I do think City of Heavenly Fire is a very good ending. But when I read this trilogy, when it was just a trilogy and wasn't going to be a series, this was probably the best ending I'd ever read. I think Cassandra Clare really knows how to end a story and to make you feel satisfied in so many ways. Like, a lot of times I feel like my big complaints with books and series are like they just end, and she's very good at giving you tons of resolution and tons of information at the end. And I thought this was a great example of this. And you can read just the 3 books and be completely satisfied. I know there's a bunch of people who have chosen to do that, and I think that's fine. And I mean, this is probably her best ending, so I understand why you would want to stop. And then my last one, which is my TV show, is Leverage, which I feel like I've been talking about a lot lately, but I love it, and I've been rewatching it, and I recently rewatched the series finale, which actually, when they filmed it, they didn't know if it would be the series finale or the season finale, but every season they did, they ended with the intention of that being the final episode, and I think that it was an amazing finale. I mean, it's a great television show, and when you watch the whole thing, like, just to see the character development and everything, all the characters, but especially Parker, because she's my favorite, is amazing. And the finale was very much like a gift, I feel like, to the viewers. I think in a lot of ways it's a good thing the show got canceled, because how could you have topped that finale? I'm sure they could have, but like, how could you? Because it was just, I remember watching it, and at the time I didn't know if it was canceled, so I remember watching it and being like, this really feels like a series finale and not a season finale. And it does, and it completely delivers, and so many TV shows end poorly. But this one is so good. It self-references so many previous episodes and callbacks, especially to the pilot of the show, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. And I'm sad that it's not on TV anymore, but it's an amazing show. If you've never watched it, I highly suggest it. It is on Netflix, and I believe it's on Hulu as well if you want to check it out. I don't know if it's on Hulu or Hulu Plus, but it is an amazing show. I mean, it's definitely campy, but I think it's great. So those are my top 5 series endings. If you have any comments, questions, want to tell me yours, anything like that, feel free to do so down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!